The Turkish company Defense Technologies, Engineering and Trade STM will supply the Turkish Ministry of Defense with hundreds of drones, among which there are many 356 units of cargo kamikaze drones, and these are very important for that country. Such a weapon could become a killer of the Russian-made Panzer S-1 anti-aircraft missile cannon systems in Syria and Libya. According to the various defense sources, cargo can also unite in a swarm of 20 drones for the purpose of a massive attack, which could give the Turkish troops a new opportunity, potentially changing the game. Various other sources also recall that the first generation cargo was introduced in 2017, and already in 2019, cargo 2s were involved in various operations on the Syrian-Turkish border. To get in more in detail about this particular interesting information and various other most important news of the world and of our country, let us begin with today's defense updates of 23rd of June 2020. Before beginning, I would like to introduce to you that SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. It is one-stop solution for you if you are preparing for NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army and Indian Air Force, AMN Group X and Group Y. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Telegram, and you can even directly visit us through our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. You can download our app from Google Play Store, where you can have each and every defense related information, examination related study material and content in your hands. Beginning with the question of the day that I have posted on 22nd of June 2020, and the question was, which medal was conferred upon the inventor of our army's Sarvatra Kavach armor for his invention? So who was that person who has invented the Indian Army's Sarvatra Kavach armor, and because of his invention he is conferred with which important medal? So the answer for this is actually the Vishishta Seva medal. The complete research and development of this armor was taken up by Indian Army's one important commissioned officer, and he was Major Anup Mishra. He's a serving army officer who has faced bullets during military operations and is the man behind this Sarvatra Kavach. And this is a very important protection gear for the Indian Armed Forces, which are serving across the borders of Pakistan and China. This provides protection to the neck, torso, upper arms, groin and thighs from all kinds of small arms and ammunition. So because it is covering all of the most important parts of the human body, that is why it is known as a Sarvatra Kavach. Understanding? So Major Mishra's innovation has been recognized with an award of Vishishta Seva medal by Indian Army and a letter of appreciation from the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. Indian Army's Chief General Bipin Rawat at that time, he even felicitated Major Anup Mishra with prestigious Army Design Bureau Excellence Award. Okay. The first and foremost defense update is that our Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh ji has reached Moscow yesterday at evening, and he was received by Major General Kosenko Vasily Alexandrovich. And please excuse if I am not spelling this in the proper way. He is actually the Russian representative on their side. And he was also, Rajnath Singh ji had also been received by the Indian ambassador to Russia. He is on a 3-day visit for the Russia's Victory Day parade. India will also press Russia to consider expediting the delivery of S-400 Triumph anti-missile system during the Defense Minister Rajnath Singh's 3-day visit to Russia starting Monday, that is on yesterday. The urgency comes amid heightened tensions along the India-China border. Going on with the next important defense update is that Chinese Navy has commissioned another Type 56 class corvette, and that corvette has been named Jing Dezin. The commissioning ceremony appears to have been taken place on 17th of June at a naval facility in the eastern coastal city of Xiamen. Type 56 design may also be classed as a light frigate, and the latest ship is thought to have joined the 16th Frigate Squadron, which already operates 4 Type 56 and 2 anti-submarine warfare capable Type 56A corvettes too. Going on, the next important defense update is Chinese Navy has not only commissioned that corvette, it has also commissioned the naval version of Z-20 helicopter, and that is named as Z-20F by JSAR. The new Z-20F helicopter is a modified version of Z-20 designed to perform search and rescue operations. The Z-20 layout is very similar to the Black Hawk helicopter, but there are several key differences, including a 5-bladed main rotor. That means if you see, this is the main rotor. If this is the helicopter that we are observing it here, and so the main rotor blades are located here. So this is a helicopter that has around 5 main rotor blades and more angular tail to fuselage joint frame. Understanding? So this is a tail, this is the tail of the helicopter, and this is actually the fuselage of this particular helicopter. So there is a more angular tail to fuselage joint frame, giving it a greater lift. And if it is having this sort of aerodynamic shape, it acquires a greater lift and even cabin capacity and endurance than the Black Hawk, as well as a fly-by-wire design too. What is a fly-by-wire design? A fly-by-wire design is that wherein which all of the most important avionic equipments are covered up through electronic means itself, and they are not mostly regarding the mechanical systems. Going on with the next defense update is that China is to join the UN Arms Trade Treaty, says it is to enhance world peace. This is a very hypocritical issue because on one side it is acquiring a lot of new important drones and arms and such other important technologies, but on the other side it is also saying that it has to join the UN Arms Trade Treaty and it is to enhance the world peace. In its own words, when we see that China is said that it will join the global pact to regulate arms sales, that has been rejected by the United States, with Beijing saying it is committed to efforts to enhance peace and stability. It says that the Communist Party's leadership top legislative body voted Saturday to adopt a decision on joining the United Nations Arms Trade Treaty that is designed to control the flow of weapons into conflict zones. So I would like to ask you, and I would be very happy if you comment up on what is actually the United Nations Arms Trade Treaty. Going on with the next defense update is that Argentina develops helmet-mounted display HMD for military pilots. This is actually done by the Cordoba campus of the Argentine Defense University, which belongs to the Defense Ministry of Argentina, and this has developed a prototype helmet-mounted display for military pilots. See, there are many other types of displays for the pilots which are working through the various fighter aircrafts. There can be the head-up display, also known as the HUD. It can be the helmet-mounted display, which is called as the HMD, which we are discussing here. It can also be the head-down display, also the HDD. So this is a very interesting concept. You can even comment on what is actually the head-up display, what is actually the helmet-mounted display, and what is actually the head-down display too, and what is actually a cockpit display too. So we will go through much more detail that the objectives that are included by the Argentina's defense forces, they have been set for this prototype way to achieve a technological demonstrator capable of superimposing a virtual image that appears to be located more than 4 meters away from the user. Going on with the next defense update is that the Russian army unveils TOS-2 Tososhka flamethrower rocket launcher vehicle at Victory Day 2020 parade. This is a flamethrower vehicle. What is actually a flamethrower vehicle? This uses rockets equipped with incendiary and thermobaric warheads. What are these? They are incendiary and thermobaric warheads able to destroy enemy troops from cities, bunkers, and tunnels. These rockets mix fuel and air in a cloud that, when detonated, creates massive heat and pressure effects. Going on with the next important defense update is that Turkey will launch hundreds of STM Kargu kamikaze drones in Syria and Libya. This is what I was discussing with you in the introductory session. This is actually a 15-kilogram drone, and it is able to fly at a speed of up to 145 kilometers per hour for up to 30 minutes and can be in the visibility range for the operator at a distance of about 10 kilometers. Modern Kargu are equipped with 3 types of ammunition, which are high explosive ones, which can also be a fragmentation ones, which can also be a thermobaric and cumulative ones. These can be a killer to the Russian Pantsir S-1 missile systems being developed in Syria and Libya. To get in more in detail about this important information, you can even directly follow us through our blog, which is there in our website ssbcrackexams.com. Once you go through ssbcrackexams.com, you can click on blog, wherein which you can find the article. Those who have already downloaded our app from Google Play Store, you can find all of this information in a PDF format there for free itself. Going on with the next important defense update is that amid border dispute with China, our Indian armed forces get powers to buy critical weapons and ammunition. Vice chiefs of the 3 services, that means the vice chief of Army, Navy and Air Force, have been given financial powers of up to rupees 500 crore per project to acquire required weapon systems under fast-track procedures needed to fill whatever shortcomings or requirement is felt. Going on with the next important defense update, and the last and the final one is that one more soldier has been martyred in the cross-border shelling by Pakistan in Jammu and Kashmir's Rajouri, and he's the fourth person to die on the line of control this month. May his soul rest in peace. He was a Naib Subedar and he was the fourth soldier to die on the LOC since June 5. And Pakistan violated the ceasefire in several sectors in Poonch and Rajouri districts earlier on Monday. Remember, Pakistan's army has violated the ceasefires more than 1,400 times this year. We are just in the month of June, and just by the month of June, Pakistan's army has violated the ceasefire regulations more than 1,400 times, and this is very angry issue for us to consider. Now, we will have a very quick review by discussing some of the most important questions of the important current updates that we have covered today. And the first and foremost question is the Chinese Z-20 helicopter that has a payload capability of around 5,000 kilograms. It can carry around how much? This I did not discuss in the actual sessions, but this is a very important one. And the answer for this is that it can carry 1,000 kilograms internally and 4,000 kilograms externally. The next important question is that Turkey will launch hundreds of which drones in Syria and Libya? And the answer for this is the STM Kargu Kamikaze drones. Next important question is that TOS-2 Tososhka is a what? It is a flamethrower rocket launcher vehicle. It is not an anti-submarine rocket launcher. It is not armored protection vehicle, and it is not even a main battle tank. It is a flamethrower rocket launcher vehicle. Now we have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is, what is the name of this building? I know most of you people who are aspiring to get into the Indian Air Force, you can recognize this as the Air Force Academy of Dundigal. But this is a very important building of the Air Force Academy. The moment you see AFA, this is the main building that you see. This building has a special name to it, and a special person's name has been kept on this particular block of this building. So the answer for this and the explanation for it, I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams. Subscribe to this particular channel. Download our app from Google Play Store. Until then, stay home, stay safe, eat healthy food, and Jai Hind.